Um, anyway, so yeah, I just kind of use them as backgrounds. More anatomy practice and a meme, real quick. My friend Brittany showed me this technique I'd never done before, where you rip up some paper and you take some chalk pastel, and against the ripped paper, you kind of brush the chalk pastel. So it turns out looking like an aurora or a mountain. And then this was my first attempt at doing a pixelated heart for a Valentine for my husband, and I didn't like it, so I didn't use it. I just put it in my sketchbook for scrap. This is a list of tattoo designs I was doing for free for my friends and family on Facebook. Didn't finish. I got most of them done, except for these few here, which I'll probably end up doing anyway, even though it's been like a year. An illustration of Taco Tuesday. Also, my son found a pencil and my sketchbook was left open, so he took it upon himself to help me out. This was in a frame that I got from Goodwill, and I think it's a watercolor print. I just liked it. It's very technical, so I decided to put it in my sketchbook rather than risk it getting ruined or wet or something. This was from that anatomy book. It's called The Dead Christ by Andrea Mantegna. And it's a lot better than this. This is just my study of it. I think I Googled like mosque or something because I wanted to try different types of architecture than the standard like pointy roof house. So, and I put some UFOs for funsies. Here's some lace. And then I was interested in doing this rainbow pattern when I opened what I thought was blue marker based on the blue cap, and it turned out to be dark purple. So it kind of ruined my whole vibe, man. These two are done on 3D paper, which presumably you draw on this paper and then you wear 3D glasses and it looks 3D. I don't know because I don't have 3D glasses, but I thought the paper was interesting. I drew my roommate's dog, Buisit. She's a Doberman. And I drew my kitty cat, Milo, playing outside. Here's some more anatomy practice. More anatomy practice. Some different species of mushrooms, because mushrooms are cool. A crude tiger painting. This I did with Prismacolor pencils, and I saw this guy when I was walking outside. I walk a lot for my job, so I'm outside all day long, and I usually take pictures of like a cool bug I find or an interesting leaf or like there's this lady whose house I pass every day and she has a statue of a goose and she dresses it up for the holidays, so I have a collection of goose statue photos. Anyway, I thought this was a neat moth, and I think I'm going to get him tattooed someday. Some plant practice with some color shift paint. Oh yeah, oh baby. This was my first time using, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a paintbrush, and you suck up the water into the handle, and you can distribute the water as you please, or, ink or other liquid medium. So I tried to do that with watercolor, and I tried to paint the ocean, which did not turn out looking like the ocean, but I went a little water crazy. But I do like how this turned out because you can dictate the amount of pigment you're using, which is cool. I saw this picture on Facebook of a girl like in the middle of nowhere in the ocean on a canoe drinking a cup of coffee and smoking a cigarette, and that's just like my soul relates to that. Random quote, a man out of my head enjoying some tea, a foot done with the dropper from the ink bottle rather than a pen, so it's kind of globby and gross. There's a lady out of my head, which to me looks like a very basic Tumblr girl, Pinterest girl. These were referenced from the anatomy book as well. I really like lungs. I think they're cool. I wish I was better at drawing them. This is a landscape with a waterfall, so it goes like that way. I'm afraid to, move anything because I literally have my phone taped to a piece of wood and I'm afraid of dropping and messing up the frame. This guy was in the anatomy book also, but I changed him a lot and I colored him wacky. So this was a painting of an artist, not artist, like a musical artist, a singer named Sean James. I was looking at a vinyl record of his that I bought for my husband, and I was trying to paint it in like 10 minutes upside down. And it does not look like him, but it is a worthy attempt. Here's some burbs, because burbs are top 10 best things in the world, probably number 3. More notes from my coworkers. I really liked all of the support that I got when I worked at Michael's. This was a tattoo design for my friend who wanted a Butters Baphomet, and I tried to put it in the South Park style. I don't like that. I wish I would have done better. I also don't really like Baphomet. I don't know. Here's some mat board that I painted on. My roommate's dog. Another tattoo request of a Celtic cross, or a Celtic, whichever. And you can see where I got all confused down here. Like I started off pretty strong, and then I got a little more confused, and then it just turned to mush, and then I finished off like nothing ever happened. So when I was leaving my old job at Michael's, I made some cupcakes, and I put "Thank you, Michael's Cupcakes," because they were Michael's colors, white and red. And I left this note underneath them, and people started signing on it and saying nice things, so I kept it. This guy's from Pinterest. Never mind, BuzzFeed. 20 Minute Sad Boy from BuzzFeed. Done in March. Well, now I know. There's all the info. And then this day, I was pretty upset. I don't remember exactly what by, so I started scribbling with my crayons, and I got like this kind of red scribbly mess, and I decided to turn it into something happy. So I put some waves and sun rays. So yeah, crayon. This is another documented anxiety attack. And then there's on top of it a happy little dino done in silver gel pen, and he says, "Oh hi." So yeah. This was a self-portrait from a day that I was kind of sad, and there's something stuck to it. I used to have my hair like that. I miss it, but I shaved it all off with my husband. We worked with St. Baldrick's, and we raised a whole buttload of money with his work, and we shaved our heads for that money. So all that money went to childhood cancer research, which is pretty cool. And it was kind of interesting to see us be bald, because I don't think I've ever been bald before. Even I was born with hair, so that was cool. So I have a little hair now. Here's some cool beetles. I like bugs, they're neat. Another card I got for my birthday, I think. This was from the anatomy book, and it's by Jenny Seville and Glenn Lumford. Can't read my own handwriting. And it was like a picture of a woman who was pressed up against some glass or something like that, and so her body shapes were really kind of abstract looking, and so I colored it with psychedelic colors to emphasize that. Here's another picture from a frame that I used as a reference to paint this basically exactly like it. I have no explanation. I had some cork duct tape, so I taped my sketchbook with it, and I was like, well, now what? And just drew on it with Sharpie, because I didn't know if anything else would work on cork. I've never played with cork before. And there's a quick liney brush pen drawing, which actually kind of looks like my friend from high school, so that's funny. Some more little mini painting attempts with the canvas paper. Random, because I draw a lot of what a lot of people draw, which is pretty young women, and I'd like to expand my horizons and draw people of different shapes and different colors and different backgrounds with different types of hair. So I tried to do a person who is a little darker complexion with totally different hair texture and a different hairstyle than I've done before, and a person who's a different size than I typically draw with curly hair, which I'm not good at curly hair. So yay attempt.